We better shut this down then.
Better.
I like that, actually.
Yeah, why can't you play a song?
Okay, I guess we're not going to make any money off of this one.
We're here.
Here we go. All right, we're on.
All right.
Come sue us. All right, we're on.
Oh, dead air. We don't want that dead air.
All right, we're live
Sorry-
here on
sorry
the
for
Bronco
that.
Alumni Show. Welcome to the show. This is the Mountain West Championship, so I'm going to start this. I'm John Hannigan. This is Jason Turner. TJ Acree is back because we messed up his episode. Sorry, this is a blanket apology time to apologize to all the ex-players who we cut off your interviews this year.
Dreisen, Javon, Chuck a couple times. I think we got him.
Please come back.
Yeah, no offense. It wasn't intentional by any.
It's been a rocky season for us, just like the
Yeah.
just
We
like
had
the
some
Broncos.
management changes early on.
Yep. But here we are in the championship, just
Yeah.
like them. So
Let's
we made
go.
it.
Let's go.
All right, here's the disclaimer. So anything we say on here, the opinions are solely ours. They're not the bars.
No,
or-
they're not ours.
Oh,
They're
they're
not
not
mine
ours.
either. No,
They're
they're
one's.
not mine either. It's just pure entertainment.
That's true. That's true. So Suds,
Yeah.
our title sponsor. We're down here at Suds Sports Bar. Come on down. It is game day. Got
It's
nice
not a
announcement.
dive bar. It's more than a dive bar.
Yeah, it's a sports bar.
Don't ever forget.
Thank you. So anyway, now that we got all the good stuff out of the way,
Legal?
TJ's here for a short time, so we're gonna welcome TJ and let him just start talking.
Run with it.
Give us give us your thoughts, TJ. Any of them.
Yeah, my thoughts are that it's been really nice to see the confidence grow of the Broncos this year. I think that the value of coaches coaching confidently often goes overlooked as we see individual plays and results of games and whatnot. And man, to see the tide turn this year has been really nice. I know I talked about it a lot in those interviews that you lost, but it's just been pretty magical to see the infusion of confidence and grit into this team, and I think that that's what's going to carry them on to a win today.
All right, so growth. That's what we're talking about. Is this the? I mean, looks good, right, TJ? You got a freshman quarterback playing like this, right? That looks good for the future, right? We're building blocks here.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from him as far as the way that he throws the ball as well. You know, at first I felt like he was a little hesitant in throwing the ball, not putting a lot of pop on it, and it seems like he's again just that confidence is growing, and he's putting the ball where it needs to be in a more Ryan Dinwiddie-like fashion, right? Like just getting it to where it needs to be as opposed to trying to put it into a place that he thinks it needs to be. And so, I think the future is definitely bright, and it's really fun to watch him run.
I always like when a wide receiver's like, they got to throw it more. Isn't that your mantra?
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing running the ball?
Yeah, why do we even do it?
Please.
You want to jump in on that for a
No.
lineman?
No.
What would you rather do, run or pass? Lineman.
Run.
Oh, yeah, for
Run
sure.
all day.
Okay.
It's so fun.
Pass blocking it's really difficult.
Yeah,
It's much more difficult.
that's true.
You're moving backwards. It's a lot like playing DB, right? Would you rather be a DB or a receiver?
Aren't DBs? I don't know how the word isn't it. A DB is a receiver that just can't catch. I mean, they can keep up with you. Obviously, that's why they're out there.
Yeah, from time to time.
So why did you become a wide receiver? Is that a common question during the game, TJ? Do you just ask the defensive back all game why they aren't a wide receiver?
What are you doing over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So what else? What else we got?
We
I don't know. We had a request from a listener, an avid listener, for some red meat topics, I guess.
okay.
Red meat.
Yeah, that's what the
Oh,
request
diving
was.
into it. Well, that's
Yeah,
great.
so-
All right, I'm gonna throw one out there.
I mean,
then.
where's the beef, though? That's the problem. Is
Here-
we don't really beef with anybody. Or are we starting beef? Is that what you're saying?
No. Well, I'm gonna ask a question. All right, let's say Boise State beats Fresno State in the Mountain West Championship. Have you guys seen this show before? Have you? I mean, it's getting like a little Groundhog's Day around
Yeah.
here, isn't it?
Well, when they beat it, if they beat us today?
Well, whatever. It's just like, where do you go from the Mountain West? You're not undefeated. You're not going to a big bowl, so you just go to like I don't know what bowl, the Poinsettia Bowl. I don't know. My question is, in the future, as this thing realigns, I'll just throw the question out there. Where does Boise State go? Like, what is the end goal here? Like, what's a successful?
You're talking
season
about a
look like?
5-year plan?
Yeah,
10
there you go.
or
Where do you see
10-year
yourself
plan?
in 5 years?
Oh, man. I
TJ,
don't know.
I'll let you take that one.
Yeah, that one's tough for me. because my perspective on football is like you just win every play. Like you play every play as well as you can. And I think with just kind of the marketing factor of the whole thing, everybody starts to look at like what this football game bowl means or doesn't mean, and what this football game bowl means. And there's just so much marketing and kind of hype around it now that I think getting kind of back to the grit factor of it all, it's like, man, it's a football game and it's an opportunity to showcase your skills. I mean, all the reasons that people get into football. And so I guess my point is I really don't know how that all shakes out in the like marketing realm, but I do think that it would be wise for all teams, fans and coaches and players to take every football game that they play seriously. One of my biggest pet peeves is we come into bowl season and coaches start changing and everybody's motivation goes down and players are not playing because they don't want to get hurt. And I don't know, man. It's just like I appreciate that we live in America and it's a business-like atmosphere around here, but for me that really takes away from the glory of the game. And so I guess those are my thoughts on it. I really want people to take every game that they play seriously and just fucking like make plays and ball out regardless of where that's at.
I like that. I mean, I think what you're trying to say is if you win, the rest will fall into place.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and I think that Turner and I just really experienced that in the early 2000s, right? It's like we didn't really care about much other than just winning, and then the accolades and the hype like kind of followed it, and that was kind of like a crescendo. And then it's like, I don't know, it was just so marketed that I don't know, like the pureness like went away for a minute. And I do feel seriously that pureness through the grit and the confidence that we're seeing in this team is kind of coming back. And I think that's where all the actual value lies, outside the money of it all. So.
Yeah, I think it's kind of hard too. Once you go, I mean, you go to the Fiesta Bowl or you beat, a Big 12 or an SEC team, and then you go back down.
Yeah.
It's kind of a different. If you go back up again, people have seen that already, the rise. So it's not as exciting the second time, I guess. Is that
conceivably? Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying.
I think it's hard for football in general as a sport right now. It is having like a identity struggle a little bit with the whole protecting the protecting of the players' heads is from a lived experience, it is important.
Yeah.
But it's not the same sport anymore either. So it's like good. It's like the sport is bad for the players that play it in its pure form, I guess. Now it's definitely been watered down over the past, even in the past 5 years, I'd say, but overall over the past 15 or so, they've been really bringing the head trauma to the forefront of what's going on out there, and it's not good for the sport, but it's good for the players. So that's a tough spot to be in, I guess, especially with the power of the players' union at the top levels.
Right.
It's a tricky spot for football in general. Like, what do you do? Is there going to be break-off leagues like, the XFL that have less of a powerful players union that the players are just going to try to break in to get into the NFL? Is college the place for the football farm league, the NFL farm league anymore? Are the teams going to separate from the universities eventually or is that even feasible? Where's it all going? What's football's 10-year plan looking like to you guys?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, I do. Back to your point. I mean, I feel bad that there's not a defender in America that knows when they are allowed to tackle the quarterback. It's almost hilarious from the NFL down to college when a quarterback starts scrambling.
Yeah,
athletes
exactly.
that could crush him, like stop and hesitate, and second that you can almost see them pulling up to think.
Yeah. J.L. Skinner got booted last week for a pretty clean hit. I would say, back in my day, that was just a nice hit, and I mean, he didn't even really, I don't know. His head barely dipped, and he hit him mostly with his body, but his head kind of clipped him, and it was. I mean, we're down one of our best defender. So.
Well, he's back this week.
Well, yeah,
It was
but
in the
still.
first half.
I'm
Well,
just
TJ,
saying.
you work with some of the youth. I mean, this is something that's can it be taught? I mean, I know it's going to take almost a lifetime to teach a kid to run full speed and know when to hit and when to pull up without even thinking about this.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's what they're trying to legislate in football now. Is
Well, and yeah, it's like just such a pendulum swing, right? Because you think about like Lawrence Taylor, and just you think about like within just our generation and plus or minus one, what football has
Reggie
represented
White.
as far as
the hit on Montana would be. I mean, remember when Joe Montana?
Yeah, it's like, okay, you're
15
kicked out of
yards
the
right now.
league.
Yeah, it would be,
Like-
you'd be thrown out of the game and 15-yard penalty and yeah.
Howie Long,
right, Yeah.
These guys were nightmares.
right. And it's like, man, like football was created as kind of like it in place of war. It's like it's a war field where there's not actual like casualties, and so man, it's just
For the most part, I think
Usually,
back in the Yale-Harvard one, they killed a couple with
Yeah.
before the helmets.
Usually
Look that up,
there's
but yeah, the smart
usually
guys.
there's no casualties,
Yeah.
but there are casualties.
That's true. That's true.
And they're not always deaths either, right?
Long
There's people
term,
who just get
yeah.
chewed up by the game and spit out sometimes
Yeah.
as well.
Yep,
That's
for sure.
happened so many times to people that I know and love. So it's like,
yeah.
is our camera dipping there, John? It looks like it might be dipping.
Now it looks. I think we look like a good shot right here. Still.
Okay.
And
All
we're
right.
hanging
It looks
in
like
there.
it's kind of
No, and so you make a good point, right? Like the casualties they're not always like one bullet, right? It's over time, and I think that they're doing their best to mitigate that, but at the same time, taking away from the pureness of the game, of what the game actually represents and is, and presents as a platform for athletes to do, some of their more primal things. And so I think, like everything in life, it pendulum swung pretty hard, and they'll probably at some point with the pressures and whatnot, and they'll have to bring it back to the middle a little bit. And where that Skinner did last week is not grounds for termination. I think that one was like kind of right on the cusp, and you got to let players play, and there's something to putting your head on a person and like going, and the fact that was his intent, and then he did like move it to not actually lead with his head. I think
And
you got to place some value on that.
And not only that, it's just across the board inconsistent. They classify players now as vulnerable or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and not vulnerable, but they're all vulnerable out
I
there.
thought if you're playing offense and you have the ball, you're pretty vulnerable at that moment.
Yeah,
They seem
it-
not to care about the running backs. Like you could just tee off on them.
Yeah.
Like you could spear them, but the wide receiver is a little different.
or the offensive linemen that have higher rates of CTE across the board because it's just a lot of small chips every
Right.
it's 80 collisions a game
Yeah.
instead of 3 big ones or 4 maybe big ones or something like that. So it's oh, see, it is going. I told you.
You got a keen eye there, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and that shouldn't be underestimated or understated as well. I mean, the life of a lineman, dude, it's collisions like you said, 50, 60, every single time, just so much work.
Is there enough space for them to get by? Can you leave them more space to get by? Yeah. Yeah, you're good. You still got TJ? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We're live, folks. And we're live. That's what one of the pleasures of doing a live show.
On the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That was our director, Murray. Thank you.
Thanks, Murr.
All right.
Oh, you a beer.
Actually, Byrne, you want to direct this episode? Brought to you, directed by Byrne. Scott Burney.
That's right.
He's our new artistic director, so we'll give a big shout out to him.
I like that title.
You can thank him for the aesthetics that you see here.
There you go. Are we
So,
still
yeah,
talking,
sorry to cut
talking
you
about
off,
the head
TJ.
injuries? Or
A little bit, yeah.
we
We only
still-
got 4 minutes left with TJ, though. So, TJ, we got to get your final thoughts.
Yeah, get them going.
We have a game today. Anybody know? Ooh, what's the spread?
Fresno?
What's the spread?
I'm guessing 7.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Oh, that's
that's
even.
a push. That's a push.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah.
a yeah. Well, we had
What's
one
the
of
over-under?
one
What's
of
the-
the players' dads in here earlier. He said he was nervous, thought it was going to be a close game.
Yeah. He said it thought it was going to be whoever has the ball last.
So, yeah. So,
Yeah.
TJ, what are your thoughts? Is
it's-
that
it
where you're
certainly
headed with
could
this
be.
one?
No, that's not where I'm headed. Just because
It was number 57. Who's number 57? We can tell. We can. It was whoever's number 57 of our team. 57.
Okay, TJ's got 4 minutes. So
Your
we're
old
moving
man's a
on
little
from-
nervous.
Yeah. This is the alumni show, not the current player show.
Well, we're trying to cross over into that market too. That'd be great.
I got you.
We can. I think with NIL deals now, I think we're good to go. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we can pay you, and they still got to be to drink. Though.
Oh,
Yeah,
you guys
remember that.
pay? Nice. I like it.
No, we don't have any
No,
money. But
actually,
if we did, we could pay
We have
them.
no budget.
We're allowed to. That's how it works. All right,
the-
TJ, back to you.
One
Let's-
step at a time.
Let's hear your thoughts on how this game's going to go today.
Yeah, I think that if the offense comes out and strikes first and just plays confidently from the beginning, I don't think that it'll be that close. I do respect Fresno as a team. I also just know that momentum is really everything. And with the plays that are being called nowadays, there's just a lot of opportunity to score and start pressing that gas and start kind of pressing on their chest. And here, where it's a little bit colder, even though it's a nice day, that can really get into the heads of just people who aren't used to playing in the cold. And so I think it's really like the defense is looking good. I appreciate them. They're going to have to make big plays, bend, not break. But I think that it's really more on the offense to set the tone. And I would say it'd be probably like 34-21 would be my guess.
So you're saying that it sounds like you said that we have superior talent. I mean, Boise State compared to Fresno State.
Yeah, superior confidence and like real confidence. There's like that fake confidence that like fake it till you make it and just like be loud. And then there's like real confidence of making plays. And
Knowing who you are as a team,
Yeah.
what your strengths are.
I really expect our offense to have. They're going to be coached well this week, and the game's going to be called well. I would expect Cutter to come out, trying to run the ball, maybe throw a few early options in there to play off of that long run that our boy had last week, and then really hit him with the play action later in the game.
Yeah.
Start off with a couple of options, run the ball early. That opens the pass up, and then once they're dropping back, then you turn Green loose again on one of those boot options or whatever he had going on last week. That was amazing to see him run down the field like that. That was
Dude,
the
I'm really
highlight
like-
of the
How
week.
about Boise State covering in the last minute and a half? I mean, not now that we're allowed to talk about spreads. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Hey, man, that's what Boise State is all about, covering spreads. I mean, you remember, Turner? It's like our spreads were like 30. And
Yeah,
we were covering
and we
them
would
all.
cover them.
I really like Genty. Not taking anything away from Helani, but I'm really liking the way that Genty is running. I think he's pretty impressive.
It's fresher, maybe. Well,
Yeah. So I like what he's doing. And Talon, if you're listening, man, just sling it. You know what I mean? Just sling it.
What about the injury to Helani last week? Did anybody see that? Do you think he's going to be 100% this week? I tried to find some info on it, but they buried that one pretty good. When he dove for the end zone
like-
last week,
like
and
good
he had the
teams do.
ice. He had the ice on his shoulder for the whole second half. Remember that?
Yeah.
yeah, that's a sign of a quality run organization, Andy Avalos, when you have an injury in a game and then it's really not talked about during the week. So kudos to the PR department over there for
I don't know what they did.
keep
Yeah.
it close to the vest.
Yeah. Well, it's football, man. I'm sure it hurt, but I'm sure he's all right.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not saying I'm just in football. You don't want to disclose anything that's wrong with anyone on your team.
Yeah.
It's an advantage for the other team.
For sure.
So I mean,
Teach.
it is Tej
Yeah,
hard out here. So Tej, I'm
Yeah. I'm
not
going
gonna
to give
kick
you
you
a
out, TJ.
1
I'm just
minute.
letting you know.
You can talk
that's
for as
good.
long as you want. or
Yeah,
give
let me
your-
talk about the thing that I'm going to. It's a tryout for a 7-on-7, a youth program. It's really growing around here. It's a great game. Helps with timing, helps quarterbacks dial in their reads, helps receivers understand how to get space. And So anyway, I'm heading out to a tryout for that. Billy Wingfield will be out there too. Steve Martinez. They run a really quality.
What's the name of the team?
Triple Threat.
Okay.
Yeah, Triple Threat. So they have it's a club that they have basketball. They've got the 7-on-7. It's a traveling thing. So I mean, it gets pretty cold around here in January. So we'll be traveling down to Dallas, Arizona, California, Las Vegas, just for some tournaments. So it's nice, man. It's been growing. Like I said, Steve kind of headed it up with his oldest son, and he's got 3 more coming through the pipeline. So just getting better every year, more efficient, more promotion to the kids, and more opportunities to play, against not only local talent and competition, but also, nationwide. And so it's been really fun to go down and again, just with substantial playmaking, not substantial shit talking and like making people believe that they're less valuable than someone else, but actually making fucking plays. It's been really nice to watch these Idaho kids just go and dominate people from Texas, Florida, Hawaii, California. You know what I mean? It's like within this sport, very specifically, there's a very vicious, as Billy said the other day, variable of shit talking that like can take people down. It can take confidence away. But that's one of these benefits of football is that, it can be effective, but then you have a play to neutralize it and remove it. And then people like players really start to gain actual confidence in their abilities in the work that they do, whether that's making plays, whether that's making podcasts, whether that's being a doctor, whatever. It's like football is just a really great game to get beyond the shit talking and making actual plays, because when it comes down to it, that's all that matters. And that's why Boise State is a superior team, is because of that grit and confidence and that soul that is real and has been real since before Turner and I were there, but has really been nurtured very hard with our group and everybody following, and having Andy at the helm of it right now with Cutter back there are just huge like key ingredients to the realness of this program. So really appreciating it.
Well said.
Yeah, well said. I don't know what else. I think he said ball don't lie is what he really said.
Yeah.
Basically.
But yeah, what happens on the field is what happened. So
I don't know about you, TJ. I used to get like extra focused by some of the trash talk when I'd hear it.
For
It
sure.
wouldn't really take me out of the game. It was more of like a motivating factor, and it just really helped me keep my mouth shut, because I don't want to give anybody any extra motivation to come try to rip my head off. I knew what we were doing out there. It was a fist fight every play. So
Yeah.
you don't want to be taunting people right before their homie comes in and lands on your knee on accident. Like that happens, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So
No, and I think that was my point, is that, at like early on for kids, like it hurts, right? And then you just have to realize like that's all part of a show and a game that you just really have to be able to disregard.
And it doesn't happen from snap to whistle. It's completely relevant only if you make it relevant.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because, just if you want to take it out, if you want to talk back, do it between snap and whistle. That's where the game is played, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I better get rolling. But man, let's go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Right down. What did you say? 34.
34-17.
There we go.
But I'll
thought it was
I'll
21.
give him 21 since that's what I actually
34-21.
said.
Oh, all right. There we go.
The prediction from let's say USA Today has it at 33-26 BSU. So, and the over/under is 54.5. Thanks, TJ.
All right, boys.
Thanks,
We'll
Go
see ya.
Broncos.
Appreciate it.
You're so handsome.
He is. Now the show just got uglier.
I
See?
know.
We just
Sorry,
got-
folks.
wow.
Yeah, give me some room here.
Yeah, there we go.
Can sit like a man.
We got to wing this the rest of the way now. Here we go. You calling in? You got any call-ins today or what?
No.
You got that shut down, huh?
No. I tried calling our mystery guest earlier, but he did not answer.
That's all right. We're at 25 minutes. We doing the bowl game? We gonna do a bowl game here?
Just sit here and play around with the effects.
Yeah, I know. We can do that, but
We're here in the stadium.
can we get back to future plans for this program?
Oh, future plans for the
Yeah. We're we're gonna try to do a podcast for the bowl game. People are in a good mood. It's around the holidays. Depends, I guess. If
It depends on if our wives are in a good mood.
if
I
we
think
get a
that's the
Christmas Day
question.
bowl game, I'm gonna say that this is our last podcast
we
of the
can,
year.
well, we can pre-record one.
That's
Expect
true.
it.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We could probably. All right. Let's try to really
No
focus
promises.
on that. But
no promises.
if we could pre-record a breakdown of their year in the bowl game, wow.
I'll put together a highlight reel.
Well, I don't know about that. That's for
That'd be
for
a
old
short,
BJ to
be
do.
a short reel.
BJ. Oh, highlight reel for us?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
meant for Boise State.
No.
I was going to
Nothing
assign that
like
to
that.
BJ Rains because
Yeah.
he's the highlight guy for them. Or Tust. We're just over a highlight reel for this show.
BJ Rains, J Tust highlight reel.
Yeah, theirs is good. Yeah. Can they do a highlight reel for our show? There's a lot to dig through here, guys. They don't even mention us on their show, so at least we're we at least acknowledge you guys exist. Okay.
We are that far under the radar.
We see. Yeah.
We'll probably see him out there setting up when we're tearing down.
That's usually how it goes. Well, he's at
Yeah.
like the whiskey bar next door. Darren's bar. Thank you, Darren, for our first episode. That one did air. So
Yeah, it had views.
it's
was
a
good
little.
to go.
Hey, they got a rooftop, man. It's hard to compete with a rooftop.
I know. I mean, it's just newer. It's just brand new construction.
It is,
really.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Doesn't have a history. You go in there, it's got no character yet.
Yeah.
There's no stories, but that's coming.
it'd be nice if you couldn't smell the history here, though. That's the thing. That's all I'm saying.
All right. This is
You can smell like the 30 years that they
Yeah.
smoked in here
Yep.
before they banned it.
I don't think they got that smell out of here. The smoke smell. That's true.
They never will.
No.
You can never get it
Part
out.
of the character of this place.
Once you smoke in a house, you can never get the smell out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's tactically, that's true, but you can hide it better
This
than
is
this.
the comedy. This is the comedy portion
Yeah,
of the
you can hide
podcast,
it better
everyone.
than this.
In case you were wondering.
Yeah, that's, I'm sure. Oh, let's see how many people are watching.
Oh, I don't want to know.
Oh, we got one view, so we were, yeah,
No
that's a
way.
live view, yeah. Somebody checked it out.
Comment. Who's in the live comment section? Let's go to the live comment feed.
I want to go to the analytics.
Let's go to the chat.
Oh, there is
Oh.
an average view, 5 minutes. So somebody's relative watched for
They
5
want you to
minutes.
say something. It's prompting you. Say something. John's gonna type something in the chat real quick. I'm live tweet. No, it's not showing up. Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's just a little slow here.
Anybody in your fairs?
Bueller.
Ben
I was
Stein.
going to type Bueller.
Bueller.
Bueller. We're doing all right. Hey, you know what they say here? I think, our show is a lot like Boise State and what TJ said. Like, you got to show up and you got to do the work when no one cares because it appears that way at Boise State sometimes. Like, this town was ready to leave this team for dead after they were 2-2. They were like, "Meh." So, I'm calling them out. They're fair weather fans. If
They
they have
are.
a bad season here, people... They don't even get on Boise State. They just stop showing up. Even people that have bought their season tickets are like,
I
"Nah."
think that Taylor Green is going to sell a lot of tickets just on him. It doesn't matter who. It's going to stop mattering, I think, because that's what it was back in the day. They wanted to see the players make the plays.
I see.
You know
it
what
didn't
I'm
matter
saying?
who they were playing.
Yeah,
so much.
I mean,
Yeah.
when you have someone, when you have a electric, a charged offense like we had back then and like we potentially have now with the youth. I mean, there's going to be that was a crazy fumble. There's going to be people that want to come here and play with Taylor Green now. It was like that. There's a ton of stories of people who came to Boise State after watching us for 3 years just wreck everybody that we ever played on TV. People would be like, I want to go play for that team. They wreck everybody they play on TV. I want to come and wreck people on TV. And that makes a difference. It makes people want to watch the games and stay to watch the games because they don't want to miss the play.
Ooh.
Who's this? Hello?
Hello, is this JT?
This is JT. This is JT. You're live, Billy. This is the Bronco Alumni Show. Welcome. It's John Hannigan and I here down at Suds as usual. We just got done chatting it up with TJ. He's on his way to you right now, I think. But
Yes, sir. Yes,
thanks
sir.
for calling in, man. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm just moving around like a chicken with his head cut off inside the house, loading up tables and tents into the vehicle, printing off documents, and getting ready for our club 7-on-7 tryout. This is our annual tryout we go through every year, and it's going to be big, highly competitive, lots of clubs jockeying for players, and so
How many kids are going to be down there registered?
no telling. So last year, for our 4, 5, 6 teams we put together, we probably had about 170 kids.
Okay.
Yeah, 170 kids, about 10 to 13 make each team, and the remainder of them are then invited to come and do open workouts, still have opportunity to, develop their skills and just be a part of what's going on, so it doesn't feel like, you don't make it, your career's over. You know how it feels to be cut or not make a team.
So you have a practice squad, Billy, is what you're saying. You can earn your way up.
Basically, man, we got a program going on over here, man, to make sure everybody has an opportunity to have access to these resources and this training and this get better opportunity.
Nice.
How are you fellas doing up there?
We're doing fantastic, man. We're
winging it as usual. So
we're excited for the game today. It's game day. You know how that is, man. Can't
it is
get
the
enough
Mountain
of
West
it.
Championship, Billy. Are you excited about this?
Man, I'm super excited about it. How about Andy, man? Clap it up for Andy. I'm in coach mode. Clap it up over there. Right? Clap it up for Andy
Clap
for
it up.
turning around what looked to be a doomsday season. The fans, you know how our fans are, man.
We were just talking about that, yeah. I think that there's going to be a lot of good things happening with our fans, and the fact that they got a couple of players around here, an exciting quarterback to watch. I think that always makes a difference in getting butts in the stands.
1,000%, man. It was, man. I love Bachmeier as a personality within the community. Guy had a great heart. But, man, I wish his heart was as good as his play.
Mm-hmm.
That was the tough part, man, seeing him struggle. And maybe it had a lot to do with Tim Powell. But you're right. In terms of Taylor, man, so look, Taylor comes out to our local tournaments that we throw. No one knew of the kid. But he's walking around looking like the freak.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like a simulated player off of Madden.
Yeah, exactly.
You know how you set your player up? Like, man, I'm going to make him 6'12".
Create
He's
a
gonna
player.
run 4, and then the computer got to stop you. Like, hey, man, you can't just be putting in all the most ridiculous attributes.
That's a good analogy.
Taylor.
I like that. That's quality, Billy. That is quality analogy there.
Man, that's what I'm here for, man. Quality only, man.
Oh, what about
Quality
that
only.
red meat? Where's the beef at?
Yeah.
Where's your beef, man? I know you were requesting the beef, but do you have any beef you want to bring to the table now, I guess?
Definitely, man. You guys ready?
I'm ready. Let's hear it.
The guy I got problems with right now is Mike Prater.
Ooh.
Yeah, Mike Prater. He seems to have nothing positive to say in any of his articles.
Never has.
Yeah, man, and I'm wondering, like, what's his job without talking bad on the logo? Who is he without talking bad on the logo? And when is he gonna dig up some of that old dirty? Wasn't he like on like 4 or 5 DUIs or something?
There's a lot of stories.
Isn't that him?
He's a Utah Ute, isn't he? Is he Utah? Where'd he go to school?
I don't know.
I think he's a Utah guy.
But you can
Yeah, man, he might be a plant. You know what I mean?
you can talk to a lot of bartenders around town that have had to deal with him leaving his card down without closing the old tab
He's
out.
notorious for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
Well, man, I'm glad he's leaving it down there as opposed to starting it up and driving around in the same lanes as me.
Yeah, true. Not his car, his
card.
his Visa card.
He forgets to sign out
He
at the
forgets
bar.
to close his tab.
Oh, he's that guy!
That's so allegedly, Billy. We want to keep legal good here.
Oh, yeah, right.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Right.
But
Man,
yes,
so he's he's the guy walking in the morning like, hey, excuse me. He might be walking in during the podcast time while you guys are setting up.
I don't think he comes in here anymore.
No, I don't know if he's allowed.
I think
Yeah, that's my problem though, man. That's my red meat, man. I would like to have him on the show. I would like to invite him on the show because I think he should answer for his approach to doing his work, man. Like, stop being lazy. Do some real journalism.
I think he's been feeding and eating off of picking fights with Bronco fans in this town for decades now. I mean, I don't know if he knows how to do anything else.
That's true.
That's just the way to sell. That's just the way for him to sell newspapers more than anything, or clickbait. It's all about that clickbait. Oh, what did Prater say about the Broncos this week? Because every week he's saying something else, and if he's making money that way, you know what? I'm not going to hate the game, really, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to give him.
You don't have to hate the game. I understand. You guys are like, really nice, well-to-do guys. I'm Mr. Red Meat. I want to cut off his windpipe. You know what I mean?
Going for the
air
throat.
supply coming, I want to stop it. Like, knock it off.
No more feeding off.
Prater, I want a piece of you, man. You've been doing this too long.
Well, he does have a little
talent to come out there and hate.
Yeah, like Skip Bayless. He plays a little bit of that Skip Bayless role where he's never going to say anything nice. He's the villain, man. It's like wrestling.
The heel.
I mean, what do they call the guy who's the antagonist?
The heel. They call him the heel.
The heel?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's turned
heel. So which
heel.
of you guys plays the role of the heel?
Me?
We both do if we have to. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I would say I'm the. Yeah. I would rather be a heel than a hero.
Yeah, we talked some shit about these fans today because they were ready to jump ship at 2-2. That stadium is going to be empty. So you remember that, Billy?
And we like to talk.
Yeah, I do remember this.
And we like to talk a little trash about the other more watched podcasts that basically cherry pick ideas from what we've tried to put together. And kind of, there was Jay and Dave's Sports Bar for a while where they kind of put a neon light in the studio.
Yeah.
And
called it a bar.
Yeah, called it the sports bar.
The only bar you can't drink at in America.
And then there was now there's BJ Rains doing his live podcast at the James next door at Darren's place. There's just obvious.
I see.
It's competitive, Billy.
We moved ours outside on the patio in late in the summer months, and then he did his out on the patio the week after. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like, come on, man.
I know, man.
I mean,
man. It's tough out there, man. I get it.
It's competitive. I like it. I like to compete, so bring it.
Yeah, I mean, it is a form of flattery, they say, is the imitation or whatever.
Imitation?
Yeah.
That's a really good way to look at it. You could go over there and just flip their table over.
Or sit down and grab a mic and be like, plug my own mic in it. Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be good. Yeah.
Make sure you get a couple shots in your first day.
Figure out how. No way. We don't do that anymore, man. We don't do that anymore.
Bring it back one time.
I'm not going back, Billy. I'm not going back.
Hey, man, just one time. Relive the moment.
No.
No, that's crazy, man. So there's
we call them our fans. Yeah.
Still in the approach.
We just consider them fans.
We just keep showing.
Yeah, I mean.
Obviously, they're watching.
Yeah, we're putting the work in, Billy. Even when no one's watching, we're putting the work in.
They might be watching. It might be, conspiracy stuff, man. Like YouTube might not be giving you guys all your views.
Yeah.
Well,
we gotta get our shit together and actually, broadcast it the right way too. We'll take a couple.
We need some sponsorships. I think would really tighten this ship up, real fast. Right now, we're beholden to nobody. So.
Yeah,
we can
go off the rails quickly.
Yeah.
And we do.
I keep going.
I need some parameters, you know what I'm saying, to operate within. I can't just wing it all day long. Otherwise, you get what you get.
Yeah, you get this.
So.
Now, this one's actually bad. We know how to work the stuff. I mean, that
we
COVID
need some
really,
shareholders.
Yeah, that COVID took us out of it. We got rusty on pushing the buttons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was.
We're better now.
We had some ring rust for sure this season, but we got it dialed in now. We're down a computer, so we used to be able to go back and remix the audio because we had audio files on each mic, but that recording computer's down right now.
This sounds like the excuse episode.
We're strictly
right here.
live.
Just excuses.
No, it's really up the live game though. It's made it like we didn't have that in our back pocket. So now
you got one show. You're one and done now.
Now the live show is the show. So that's all there is, and so we have to take care of that. We're learning
Oh,
a
man,
lot.
yeah,
You know
like
what I'm saying?
One take Willie, no edit.
I like it.
Exactly.
It's like a game then. I mean, there's no,
It is.
oh, I want to go back to the second quarter and redo that. Sorry.
Yep. Can't do it. It's game day,
It's
baby.
done.
It's game day.
So Billy, I want to hear your thoughts on how this game's going to play out today.
Who's playing?
Fresno State.
Just playing.
You had me. You got me. You
The
got
spread is 3, so the Vegas thinks this is a wash. So
The spread is 3?
yeah, 3
At
at home.
home? Well, as usual and true to form, Fresno's going to come to play.
me. Yes, sir.
You know, Fresno used to be what we are, right? The Giant Slayers.
And they would
And
love
so-
nothing more than to come in and ruin our year. That's one thing that you can't forget.
Absolutely. So, you know, they're going to be gunning. They're coming full speed. They always have athletes, and we've got athletes in our secondary on defense, so that's going to be a great matchup. I think the difference in the game is going to be whether or not we get number 0 to get the opportunity to play the whole game, and if he does, I think he's gonna be on a major campaign for his introduction into the NFL. I wouldn't mind if he gets put out of the game around third quarter, up by 14, after like basically flatlining someone.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that because then he would be out for the beginning of the bowl game. Is that does that roll over to a bowl game? Like if you get booted for targeting
second half.
In the second half,
If
it
you get
would
in the
carry
first
over.
half, it doesn't carry over.
No. Okay.
Oh,
You gotta
okay.
sit
Well,
out
maybe
a
I don't
game.
want to see him get kicked out. I
Yeah.
just like his aggressive play.
I do too, and it's a throwback. And we were just talking about this earlier in the show. I wish we had you on, but man, just how the move towards protecting the players has really made it a different game. Could you imagine being a
Absolutely.
defender? John made this point: a defender going to make a tackle on a scrambling quarterback. It would be like, what do you do? How do you handle that? There's a lot of processing, information processing needs to happen really fast for you to put a hit on that guy and get him down on the ground without getting kicked out of the game. It's not fair,
Yeah.
basically. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the same game anymore. So it's like
It's not the same game.
protecting the players is not good for the game. It's just one of the paradoxes that we find ourselves in 2022.
I like it because they're really living what they're preaching, right? Like that, I think was the game last year, or the week before, where he got booted out. I mean, that was a clean hit.
Yep, it
That was a
was.
clean hit. There was nothing malicious about that, and that just speaks to where they're at in terms of the expectation on safety. And so, I mean, if you're gonna do it well, I guess. And to me, that's what I see. Like they're really putting the emphasis on changing the game. But to you guys' point earlier, I think Boise State pulls it out if we've got him back there doing what he does best. And Taylor's going to have to throw the ball. I mean, we got a strong run game, but Taylor, they're going to make him make good passes.
I think it's really going to open up. I think early on we're going to see, as usual, more running. Probably throw in an early option play for him, just playing off of that long run he had at the end of last week's game. And then really Dirk will dial in some, slide pass or whatever he's going to throw out there. And, I don't know what the routes were called. What was your favorite route on a play pass right? What was the 787 or what was it, 787?
Yeah, 787 was
Yeah.
my guy.
Yeah.
But my favorite play actually was it was basically the fake 27 stretch
Stretch pass.
naked. But then we
the
had
boot,
like
the
that
naked.
take
Yeah.
one on the back. Yeah, Lou Fanucchi's route,
Mhm.
man. They never let anybody else go drop the pass like they did. I mean, go run the route like Lou did.
Well, he
But
caught
that
him
was my
sometimes.
favorite play.
He caught him. He caught some of them.
Yeah, he was like 50-50, I mean,
Boot naked.
some
What was that
loose,
called? 27 boot pass naked or something like that.
it
787.
was 27 stretch naked. Was it stretch naked?
I
Because
don't know.
naked
Roll
means there's no
pass.
one on
It
the
was
back
called
of them.
roll pass.
Was it?
I think so. I don't remember. It's been a long
I
time.
really don't either. But I do remember the play action and the very deep take one.
Yep, I remember that too.
Take one route is the skinny post. I can see Dirk Cutter going back to that in the first series.
Oh yeah, I know it's going to be in the script tonight, but I really expect him to try to establish the run early, and then let Taylor throw the ball around for the middle of the game, and then close it out with some run the clock out type of stuff. But I'm predicting a lot. I don't think the defense is going to be able to handle that run threat from the quarterback well.
All right, we got 2 minutes here, so we're gonna let Billy give us an actual score.
Okay.
Actual score, I got us winning this game 24 to 17.
Okay.
So last possession,
24-17.
go tight in the fourth. You saying, Billy?
So, we're back to the good old days where you actually see halftime adjustments. So I see us having a tight first half, and then second half, we'll open it up. We'll put it in. Defense secures us by stopping a drive at the end. That's my prediction.
I like it. Turner, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with a big one. I like always calling them big. 50. We're gonna get 55 on them. We're gonna hang 55 on them, and our defense is gonna have pick six.
Ooh,
And
Kool-Aid, man. You're okay.
and they're gonna score. They're gonna score 20. They're gonna score 20. So I got 54 to 20 with a pick six on our defense. Skinner will get one to the house today.
Oh, to make up
Calling
for
my
that.
shot.
that's my
Ooh,
guy.
all right.
Calling my shot.
I like it. All right. Any last words from Billy? Billy.
No, I want to hear your score, John.
My score is 17-10. It's gonna be ugly.
17-10.
It's cold.
Okay.
People don't want them. No, it's cold. Maybe 12 to. I'll go 13-10. Even worse.
Okay.
Ooh, defensive struggle.
Yep.
I hope
Okay.
not. That sounds boring.
That does sound boring. But
All right, Billy. Thanks for calling in. We're gonna close this out.
well, yeah. Give Billy the last
Absolutely.
word
I
here.
appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah.
Stay warm out there.
Yeah,
That's the deal
give us your you get a 1 minute to 90-second rant to plug what you got to plug, and then we're getting out of here.
Oh, appreciate that. Hey, man, all you got to go do is, and that's for all the listening fans, follow Idaho Rising Stars, Facebook, Instagram, or on Twitter, 208 Rising Stars. And all we're doing is preparing the youth. What does that mean? We're connecting athletes to training. We're showcasing their talent. We're connecting them to education. We're getting them involved in the community. Everybody's having fun at the same time. And the idea is to prepare the youth. So come follow us. Check us out. Idaho Rising Stars connects you to everything you need to know about what's going on inside your community. Signing off, it's your guy.
Thanks, Billy.
He wins, kid. I'll see you guys later, man. I appreciate you guys.
All right.
Thanks, Billy.
Thanks, Bill.
All right, fellas.
All right,
Ooh,
you
thank
got any
you.
last words? or
No,
we're just
that's
gonna
it.
go?
We're
All
just,
right.
crushing it out
Bowl
here.
game or bust. We're gonna do one more of these. It might be at yeah. We got to do one more.
And expect, there's a lot of big things. We are available to produce your hype video if you're interested in, just to help you get out of bed in the morning, or, if you you got a job interview coming up or something like that, let us know. We will make you look good.
Oh, hype video. Yeah, hype video. for
Everybody
your job.
needs a hype video.
They're called hype resumes now. Yeah.
You're in trouble
Video
with your
resume.
trouble with your wife.
Yeah.
Anything like that.
Come on down. We're opening up a consulting firm too. All right. All right. Well, we're out of here.
Thank you to our co-host John Hannigan, crushing it as always.
Yeah. Thanks to our guest, TJ. Thanks for actually coming down.
TJ, thanks for coming down.
Doing it again. And Billy, thanks for calling in.
Good night.
All right. Good night.